Hey guys and girls, welcome back to YYC Designs, Custom RC Creations. My name is Twist, and you are watching the Tandem Axle Trailer Project. It is a 110 scale RC crawler hauler trailer, but it's a giveaway. So some lucky guy or girl is going to win this trailer from us, including shipping. Everything is included. The only thing that is not included so far is lights, and I'm debating on that. I might actually put the lights in it for you. I don't like the idea because a lot of guys like to choose their own lights, and they have their own little things that they like to do. So I may just drill it out for lights, or I may contact the winner before finalizing it and let them choose the color as well as whether it's drilled out for lights or not. A few things like that. So I do have to apologize. It has been a long day in the shop, but I don't know. I hope you're watching our Miss Voodoo build as well. In there I mentioned we had some supply problems. My supplier has suddenly decided, excuse me just a second, my supplier decided to lose our parts that we ordered. In that parts order, there was the springs and some other little doohickeys that I do not make that need to go on this trailer. I found this out on Wednesday past, which was today's Saturday. So there you go, a 3 days ago. And so it's going to be another 5 to 6 weeks. They say 3 to 5. I'm thinking 5 to 6. You know how shipping goes, right? Shipping woes and all that crap. Yes, I could go to one of my favorite hobby joints, which is Tower, or there's a couple others, A-Main, or I also like to deal with see, I've had a brain fart and the name of Asia Tees. Those are the three I deal with mainly, is A-Main, Tower, Asia Tees. Yes, I could go there and buy the shocks and the stuff I need, but I've already spent the money. And I will be honest with you, I don't want to fill you full of my drama, but I live on a limited income. I live on a veteran's pension. Tammy lost her ability to work, and that's why this company is so important to us, and that we make a solid go of it. But in that, we are very financially restrained. So since I have spent the money on the trailer, and there is only a couple entrants anyway, I'm hoping that those entrants will understand that the trailer is going to be delayed about a month. We're still in winter here. Hopefully those guys are in winter wherever they are, whoever the winner is going to be. And maybe they don't feel like running their RCs just outside or trying to trailer just yet. If they do, I apologize. It's my screw up. And all I can do is say I'm sorry, but the trailer is going to be about a month late. That is why you haven't seen a lot of building on it, but you are going to see some work on it today. So that is coming at you right now. Okay, getting ready to cut the pieces for the tongue. I can't remember exactly how long I made it. I think I'm at 11 inches. I always try to leave plenty of room for the tongue to be jackknifed, or for the trailer to be jackknifed, and so that the tongue doesn't get hung up in the tow vehicle anywhere when you're even on just a flat surface, but specifically when you're out in the rough stuff or out on the rougher trails. You want to be able to really crank that trailer around if you have to reverse. And I don't want it getting hung up on the rear bumper of the tow vehicle or in the suspension or anything like that. So I always make a fairly long boom, but not excessively long. And the front little piece here that I'm working on now is where the hitch will attach for the tow vehicle. And I always leave enough of this. This is actually 1/2 inch 1/8 walled square stock, and I basically divide it in about half, and that way I can weld a nice little support piece onto the A-frame and onto this and give it lots of support so it's really beefy and strong. And that way we can also attach the hitch or the ball. And I realize it's not too exciting for you guys, so I sped that section up. I'm going to slow down a little bit here just so I can show you how I make and attach all the support pieces. I mean, the A-frame is what it is. It's not like it's a big deal. I'm sure you folks have seen it a million times, and y'all know that it's not terribly difficult. I do want to show you how I support them and all of that in here though. So I'm going to run this at normal speed for just a bit here so that I can explain a few things. And I would also like to remind y'all, please, when you're working with a steel like this and the grinders and machinery like that, wear your safety gear, especially your hand and eye protection. Your hands, yeah, you'll heal, but your eyes, maybe not. You only get one set of eyes, and this steel is coming off these grinders at like 3,000, 3,500 RPM, and I've had these little chunks in the eyeball. It does not feel good to have to get them surgically removed, and you are very, very lucky if you do get your vision back afterwards. I, however, was lucky, and believe me, I wear my face shield or protective goggles all the time now. So please wear it. And a little safety rant here, but yeah, please wear it. So now I'm making little support plates, and I'm letting them cool just a bit, but you'll see how I put them in. I've got a little bit of cleanup on the grinder to do. You can see the A-frame here in the foreground, and the support plates I'm making are for both of the corners of the A-frame where it attaches to the trailer, but I also put a support piece on the boom that you're seeing right in front of you here, and that way there is no possible way that it can ever twist or anything regardless. And weight wise, it's nothing. The trailer as it stands right now without the suspension on it is all of 3.5 pounds, so it's not like it's a ton of weight. It's very light, and it's because it was all made out of the channel steel, and it's really not all that much heavier than aluminum. Steel is not even double the weight of aluminum. It's like a third the weight of aluminum more. So pound for pound, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference on these small things like this for RCs. And the motors you guys are running, you'll have no trouble pulling these things at all, especially because I put a lot of bearings and grease and all that to make things run really slick and smooth. They don't have a lot of drag to them. Anyway, I will speed it up here just a bit now. You can see in my hand there on the pliers right below the grinder, those are the little support pieces. I'm going to clean them up. Again, now these grinders can be dangerous. Use your pliers. Don't try and do this with your fingers. I know I'm not harping on safety. I'm just reminding y'all, because believe me, you can get a little overconfident and you start doing things, and next thing you know, you don't have a fingertip anymore. So, use pliers or vice grips, and just be careful, okay? I don't want to see any of you guys hurt if you're trying to do this stuff at home. And professionals are the worst at it because we get over complacent about it. So I'm cleaning these up, but what you can't see is I'm also putting a bevel into each piece. And that is so when I oxyacetylene weld it or MIG weld it, doesn't matter, either or, I can get good penetration on the steel. I'm not trying to weld a flat edge. I can get the heat right in and get the metal fused together really, really strong. So now you'll see how these support pieces fit on and why they support the trailer tongue and will not allow it to twist. It makes for a really nice beefy trailer. Oh, by the way, I did forget to mention that this is 1¼ inch by 1/8 inch flat hot rolled steel. It's a mild steel, nothing special, but it does give a good, strong, secure, and sturdy bit of beef to the trailer. So I'll start oxyacetylene welding it. Now the reason I showed this was I have mentioned before that I prefer oxyacetylene welding because I think it's much more elegant. But the other thing is, this stuff is, once you channel it, and you cannot buy this stuff in channel. You have to actually make it. There's just nothing available on the market for a 1/2 inch channel steel. So you got to make it. So you got to take the 1/2 inch square tube, cut it in half to make your channel. However, being as it's only a 1/16 inch wall on the tube steel, I misspoke earlier. I said it was a 1/8 wall. It's a 1/16 wall. My apologies. But it tends to be very thin, and the MIG welder, if you're not really careful and keep your heat down really low, you blow through it really quick. Then you got a lot of cleanup and a lot of crap, and it looks like shit. So I prefer to oxy weld it, and that way I have no blow throughs. And to be honest with you, I think the welds look much nicer, unless you're going to grind them and smooth them out anyway. If you do leave a weld, or where you can't get the grind and you see a little bit of weld, it actually looks pretty nice. It's a good look. It's not like you got this big spattered on thing from, you know, other types of welding. Not that other types of welding don't look good too. They should, to be proper, just to clarify that. But the oxyacetylene welder does leave a much smaller footprint when you weld it. And by footprint, I mean the bead is much narrower and thinner if you're a good welder. So I've never been able to get my MIG joints or my MIG beads down as narrow as I can my oxyacetylene beads, of course, because you're using much less heat with oxyacetylene, so you're not worried about blowing through the steel. You don't have to move nearly as quick, though it's still a fairly speedy way to put things together. And, well, that's my hang up anyway. It's just that I like oxyacetylene welding. And so I put these corner braces on the 3 corners. This happens to be the trailer upside down, so you're actually looking at what will be the left front corner of the trailer. Excuse me, quick slurp of tea here. So you're looking at what will be the left front corner of the trailer. I put one on the right front corner, and again, like I said earlier, I put one up across the boom there where the hitch and everything attaches, and where the jack will be attached to, and all of that stuff. It not only gives it a bit more beef, but it also gives you something to mount the jack to. And it makes a really nice look. It doesn't add, like I say, it adds maybe a few ounces at best. And so strength versus weight, strength outweighs. So you go with adding a couple little ounces and have a way stronger trailer in there. Okay, support's all welded on, and as you see, they're all done up. They look a little ugly right now, but all welding does until I clean it up. So here we are moving on to making the small axle, well, not axle brackets, but they're brackets that will enable me to hang the walking beams off of. Now, right in front of you, you can see the right side frame rail of the trailer. Now, where those two lines are was a little bit of a mistake, so don't pay attention to that. But if you look further to your left on screen, you will see a line with two arrows pointing to it. That is dead center of this rail, and that is where I will center up and weld these little brackets on. Now, these little brackets are made of the same 1.25 inch by 1/8 flat stock. However, I'm obviously not going to leave it that wide. I'm just using the stock and I'm grinding it down, as you can see, and I'm shaping it to what I want. It's had a hole drilled in it so that I can mount a 3/8 threaded rod through it, and then I can weld the rod to the plate, and then of course weld the plate to the trailer. And then of course I can make the walking beams and bolt the walking beams to that little rod with a bushing in there and a lock nut, and that way everything moves nice and free, and it allows both the front and the rear axle of the trailer to move freely up and down. And then it will have the shocks attached to the walking beam and also welded to the front, not welded, but bolted to the frame of the trailer, because I will make the little shock mounts and weld those onto the trailer as well. So I realize the video's a bit slow, but I needed to explain this to you so that you know that we make all of these parts here at YYC Designz Custom RC Creations, and thus our name. We can make them in any shape or anything like that that you want. I designed the piece specifically for you, so every piece, regardless of whether we make two trailers similar or not, they will never be exactly alike. Every piece that comes out of our shop will end up being a one-off that way. And Tams and I thought that was a pretty cool concept for an RC shop to do, is make one-off vehicles. Now, there is the little bracket I was talking about that I'm working on, and as you noticed, it had the 3/8 hole in it. There is the 3/8 threaded rod, goes through so. It's extra long right now so that I have a little something to work with, but that is how it will go on, and it will get welded into place there and allow me to bolt the walking beam to it. So there we have it, guys and girls. That is part 3 of the tandem axle trailer build, or tandem axle trailer project. The giveaway build part 3, and part 4 will probably be coming at you within the next week and a half, something like that. You'll of course see it come up, and I hope you like this video, and I hope you like the narration that I do on here. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, or suggestions. We are always trying to make our videos better and more interesting or entertaining, however you want to put it, for y'all, because I get very little feedback. I run everything by Tams, but maybe our ideas aren't the greatest ideas, and they're certainly not the only ideas out there. So if you got any ideas on what you'd like to see, or if you want me to change things a little bit, throw them in the comments section below, and I will most certainly take them to heart and have a good read. And who knows, we might just use it, because hey, there's good ideas out there, and you guys are the ones who are watching these videos all the time. I'm the guy making them. I watch them too, but you know. So if you wanna if you wanna bail me out on a shitty part of the video or something, let me know. Give me a suggestion and I will definitely use it. I'll tell you that. So excuse me. I hope you liked this video. Sorry, I had to have another little slurp of tea there, but I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and definitely subscribe. We can use all the subscribers we can get. Share the video, and the rules for the contest here, for the giveaway contest, will come up right as soon as my mug leaves the screen. And it's basically, they're not really rules, it's just I'm a little nosy and I would like to know a little something about our demographics, again, so I can make better videos and so on. But yeah, I'll be honest, I'm also trying to lure you to watch the other videos and visit our website as well as our Facebook and Instagram pages too. So that's part of the reason why I put the rules in there. There's 10 of them. You must answer all 10, and you must be a subscriber to win, and you have to be a subscriber for, well, the rules tell you. I'm going to let you read it. You don't need me to tell you about it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next video. Next thing that's going to be coming up, for y'all who may not have caught it on the Voodoo build, we have some new projects coming up. We have Ubi, which is going to be a 1956 Willys Wagon 110 scale crawler project. We have London Calling, which is going to be an 8x8 Euro style Mercedes Actros off-road wrecker. We have Miss Moose. I misspoke on the Voodoo video and called it Diamond. I made a mistake because it is actually a 1939 Diamond T cab that is going to go on this one, but it is going to be a 5 and possibly 6 axle highway rotating wrecker. So it'll be a replica of a 50-ton wrecker. So the rotator will not only slide up and down the bed, it will also be a rotator, obviously. But the big kick in that one is it will have a custom 1939 Diamond T cab with sleeper on it. We also have coming up, Tams and I have decided today we're going to build a rock buggy as well. So that will be coming up, and that should pretty well cover it as far as the variety of vehicles that we are involved in right now, except for I did not tell you about our double cabin cruiser build. You will see a new video on the double cabin cruiser project coming up in the next few days. So yeah, there's a lot to watch. If you guys are interested in our work, please, you can spend a lot of time here. And again, if you have any comments or suggestions that you'd like to make about any of the projects, please leave them in the comments section. Please like and subscribe and share them. And we will see you in the next video. Rules for the trailer are coming up right now.